Yo, what's going on guys? It is Rinne-Hatake here, back with another video. And today we got what if Goku was a legendary Super Saiyan? And I kinda got this idea from another what if YouTuber. And credit them because you gotta give credit when credit's due. And the credits go to Goken's son, so you can go subscribe to that guy since he's a pretty good guy. I've subscribed to him too. And I got this idea from him, so you can go check him out. But I'm gonna do this for my 70 sub special, and I'm sorry for lacking behind on the uploads. I've been gone for a while. Well, not for too long, but I've just been busy, and uploading has been a little hard due to uploading errors. But yeah, we move from that, and we finally begin this story in the Dragon Ball universe. There was a child who was born with an abnormal power level of 5,000. This would be Kakarot, who was born of two low-class warriors, Bardock and Gine, which means Kakarot was born an elite warrior. King Vegeta was jealous of Bardock's son's power, exceeding his son's power by a mile. So he sent Kakarot to a planet called Vampa, just like he did Broly. Since those two monsters of power, or monsters of digit power and energy, were too dangerous, the king would say, saying that they couldn't be tamed, and if they grew too strong, they could destroy the planet. But King Vegeta, just wanted them out so Vegeta could be king and rule over the Saiyans with an iron boot and be the strongest. But that isn't really the case here, since Goku and Broly are basically the two who have the legendary Super Saiyan power and ability. And Goku was gonna get sent to Vampa, but in the nick of time, Bardock managed to somehow, lead Kakarot's space pod to land not on Vampa and redirect it to planet Earth. And most of Earth's events happen, but most of Earth's events actually are a little bit changed. Since Goku is at the power level of 5,000 at birth, that's his base stat power. He is legit OP. Every martial arts tournament he attended, he won, champion 3 times in a row. Defeating King Piccolo, no problem whatsoever. Goku's just too strong and way too overpowered at the start. And Goku still did training with Kami and still with Gohan and also with Roshi. He still had all that training, which amounted to not too much of a significant increase, but it's pretty noticeable, increasing his power to about 6,200. Yeah, about 6,200, about there. But since Piccolo Jr. lost to him really easily, Piccolo Jr. had to pick up the slack and start training a little more, and trained a lot more than normal, and reaches the power level that exceeds what he would be in canon to about 2,000 at max right now. His power level can rise up to 2,000. And that's that. And the thing is with Goku still had the bump in his head, suppressing that hidden strength that he would have. That hidden strength would be his rage and anger. So his power would stay the same, but decreased by a bit of a by by I guess by 500, would decrease to 4,500. He got a bit of a decrease there. But since he kept up with the training, with the masters he's been with, well, that kind of evens it out and lets him boost up to 6,200, which is why I didn't give him too much power. And Goku would still have all his kind nature like he did have. So yeah, but when Gohan was raising Goku, it was hard for him since Goku was a rowdy kid and was extremely powerful. One blow from him would destroy all his rib cage, destroy his whole rib cage, and he wouldn't want that. So he would stay light on his feet and basically be on guard whenever he's around Goku, since Goku is is a strong child and could easily topple the whole planet if he wasn't supervised. So yeah, that's that. And the Saiyan saga happens like normal. Well, this not really the Saiyan saga, but when Raditz arrives, basically, and Raditz tries to basically knock down Kakarot with one attack, failing miserably, and Raditz tries to back up, but he knew he had to do something. So Raditz basically blasts Krillin into the house, or the Kame house, and Goku was friends with Krillin, so he gets a bit angry. And Chi-Chi tries to stop, well, from happening, but Raditz made the big mistake of slapping Chi-Chi and knocking her down. And when Goku saw this, he basically had the Vegeta reaction and said, "No, that's my Chi-Chi, you know?" Basically that. I'm not gonna scream into the mic because that would lower the quality of the video, and I just don't want to do it. But hey, we move. And Goku still had that insane rage boost. He doesn't go to Ikari straight away, but he has a bit of an insane rage boost, and his power from this rage boost increases to about 7,000, and he topples Raditz easy. He knocks him out with like a few combo attacks and then a Kamehameha wave, sending him to the water. But Goku's still in a bit of a fit of rage, and he wants to kill Raditz, but he tries to control his anger, and he manages to control his anger and kind of try to spare Raditz. But Raditz wasn't completely knocked out, and Raditz managed to escape, and Kakarot actually chases after him, but but Goku chases after him with Piccolo, and the rest of the humans are actually stronger, so they could help. Since they're not weaker this time, they're actually nearing the power level of 1,000 at about 700. Most of them at 700 to 800, and Krillin is just leading by not that much. Tien right behind, and Yamcha right next to him. And Chiaotzu would slack off a bit. Excuse me. But since Chiaotzu's friends with Tien, well, excuse me, he would still train due to him being with Tien. But that's that, and they don't necessarily follow, since they're just, basically getting Goku and Piccolo's way. They had a bit of the same alliance, and this time it was even easier to topple Raditz, but Raditz does use the grade 8 form, reaching the power level of about, I'm pretty sure Raditz's power level in canon would be at about 1,500, so times 10 would be 15,000, but he's weaker now, so his power would decrease to a bit of a 11,500. So Goku and, well, Piccolo are in a bit of a disadvantage due to them lacking the power, but Goku's still in a fit of rage, would have that rage boost, and Piccolo, well, he remembered his Super Namekian form. You know, the Super Namekian when he turns giant? Yeah. Goku reminds him of that, saying, "Piccolo, use that giant form you used during the tournament, and you might be able to hold him off, and I could chop his tail off." As Piccolo said, "I don't take orders from you, Goku." As Piccolo yells, as he grows and transforms into his Super Namekian form, and he has a bit of a clash with, well, Raditz, and Raditz is destroying Piccolo, and Piccolo is holding him off with the best he can, and Piccolo manages to get a sweep in and knocks Raditz on his back, and tries to keep Raditz on the ground pinned down, but Raditz knocks him off with a kick to the face. Piccolo gets sent flying a little bit, gets sent a few meters, and Raditz gets up and tries to keep fighting, but Piccolo basically holds him, bear hugs him from the front, and tries to keep him at bay. But Raditz bites Piccolo's basically arm, and Piccolo yells, "Oh, damn! Oh, come on, hurry up, Goku! You're taking forever! As Goku yells, Kamehameha! As he blasts the Kamehameha wave through Raditz' tail, and Raditz' tail gets chopped off as Piccolo basically grabs Raditz, and Raditz is getting crushed. His bones are shattering as Raditz yells, Kakarot! Why are you doing this? You should join our team, Kakarot! We're Saiyans! As Goku stares at Raditz saying, I won't join anyone who hurts my family or my friends. As Piccolo says, he well said, as Piccolo basically throws Raditz in the air and blasts him a Senko straight at Raditz, which incinerates Raditz. And Goku still has his Kai nature. He wouldn't really want to kill Raditz, but his rage was blinding him, so well, it kind of influenced him. So that's that. And well, Goku, well, before Raditz died, he informed them about the team. He didn't tell them who was stronger and who wasn't, was weaker. So Goku just knew that they had to train. So Goku said, well, Piccolo, you and I should train. We should train hard, and well, maybe we should train with Gohan, since Gohan might have a lot of that potential. And since Goku is the legendary Super Saiyan, who knows, maybe Gohan will be. Yeah, maybe he will figure that out in the next part, but we move. And they do train, and the humans train a lot too. They continue their training while the humans train with Kami. Goku and Piccolo trains for a whole 2 days in the time chamber. They spend that time training and improving their strengths and weaknesses, training Gohan to get over his fears, as Piccolo teaches him harsh training. And Goku doesn't really interfere, since he thinks that Gohan's a little too soft sometimes, and this harsh training will help Gohan improve his softness and his weakness and naiveness. Well, that's a lot of words, but to improve all of that and make them strengths, not weaknesses. And well, Gohan has trained for 2 years, and his power level would be at about I don't know. His power level was like 720. I'm just predicting here. 720 at birth, I think. So this is not exact. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think his power level was 720 at birth. So from there to now, the 2 years time skip basically, his power would exceed and go to 10,000. Why? Think about it. Legendary Super Saiyan Goku, potential of Gohan as a hybrid, and Gohan as a potential legendary Super Saiyan, and that potential as a legendary Super Saiyan. Think about it. Just think about it. 10,000 isn't that bad. They're 10,000 right now as Goku. Well, no. That's a bit of a. I'm like making Gohan a little weak here. Gohan will not be 10,000. He'll be 25,000. Yeah, 25,000. While Goku exceeds Gohan, going to about 40,000. Nothing over like 100,000. Just 40,000. And Piccolo at about, well, nearing Goku at about 30,000, just above Gohan. So those two are leading. And they had a lot of time. They had a year and a half. And they only spent 2 days. And they're already this strong. So Goku decides to ask Kami. Well, Kami, do you have any other god friends, or you know, anyone who can help me train to improve? As Kami thinks about it, saying, I could ask King Yamata let you go on Snake your way to meet King Kai. I'll give it a try. As Goku, there was no problem with Goku. Just Piccolo can't join since, you know, his past and everything. As Gohan was allowed to join, and Chi-Chi wasn't gonna allow him to skip out on studies. So Goku says, well, Piccolo, I entrust you to keep, to make sure that Gohan doesn't slack off on training. Make sure Gohan trains a lot and comes to Kami and learns. Make sure that happens so Gohan will be exercised in both mental training and physical training. As well, Piccolo says, I thought you were dumb, Goku. As Goku says, I might be a little dumb, but Chi-Chi always talks about homework, so I think that's what mental means. As Goku says, well, I'll be seeing you when I'm done. As Kami teleports them to the other world. As Kami speaks with King Yama, and King Yama says, fine, I'll let him. But if he falls, I'm not gonna save him. As Goku says, thank you, King Yama. As Goku makes it there in less than like about an hour or so, and he makes it there, and he has a lot of time to train, and he trains the whole time there. Mastering the gravity wasn't too hard for him, and so Goku is basically, he was perfect. This training he had was perfect. He trained good. He trained a lot, and Goku just kept training and training over and over. Goku can actually master the power of Kaioken. He had the whole year, so Goku kept trained the whole year mastering Kaioken first, and he mastered that Kaioken to the degree he can use times 30. Yeah, times 30, which is pretty insane. And Goku can also use the Spirit Bomb. He spent the whole rest of the month, well, half the month, not half the month, that's 15 days, but, well, like 20 days training to master the Spirit Bomb, ending up doing it and mastering the Spirit Bomb to a good enough degree. And he headed, actually, yeah, he heads back and spends the rest of the time training Gohan for the next 10 days or so, and this would help Gohan a lot. And now Goku's power level, after training with King Kai, would be at about 55,000. With Kaioken times 10, 550,000 above Frieza's first form. Kaioken times 20, well, 110,000 times 10, million, 1,100,000. So 1,100,000. And, so times 30, well, times 30 would be a whole different story. You can figure that out if you want. But yeah, at times 21,100,000, but times 30 would exceed a lot, and he would get lots of strain on his body after using it. And his max at times 30 would be about 20 minutes, since he's mastered it a lot. So 20 minutes. So yeah, that's that. And the rest of them continue their training, making it to the power level of at least 5,000. Most of the humans at 5,000 to 6,000, while Gohan almost catches up to Goku at about 30,000. While but Piccolo at 42,500, and he's kept up with his training, so yeah, that's that. But Gohan has his hybrid potential, so he can catch up to Piccolo pretty fast. And the Saiyan saga finally begins. The Saiyans finally arrive, destroying a city when they land. And Goku was a bit enraged by this, but they continue their monologue. Vegeta continues this monologue, saying, well, Kakarot, you can either join us or leave us. And I don't really care either way. You could die here for all I care. So join us or die and perish with this planet. As Goku says, then I choose death because I'm not leaving this planet to join you or crusade. As Vegeta says, then die. As Nappa plants the Cybermen, and they were wiped out pretty easily, and Nappa charges in, and the humans wipe the floor with Nappa. Nappa basically down almost instantly. As Vegeta says, what? As he blasts Nappa into nothingness. As, well, Vegeta says, how pathetic, Nappa losing to a bunch of weaklings. As Vegeta takes on Kakarot, and he's getting wiped. Well, it's not even a challenge. As Piccolo joins in, and this is not even much of a challenge now. As, well, Vegeta tried to back up and try to use the Power Ball. He tried, but he failed since Gohan came in and kneed Vegeta in the gut, and Vegeta coughs out saliva as he was set into a mountain. As Gohan yells, "Ah, da, da, da," as he blasts many key blasts at Vegeta. As Vegeta gets hit with that barrage, as Vegeta was injured by this, as Vegeta says, "You brat," as he sends the Power Ball into the sky, and he transforms into the Great Ape. And he was pretty drained by this. He was drained extremely, but he transforms into the Great Ape, as you could hear a rampaging roar of a monkey, and it was the Ozaru, the great Ozaru of the Saiyans. The Saiyans used this form to conquer their planets that they used to sell, what they sell, basically. And Vegeta was weakened, so he won't be at 180,000. He'd be near 130, 200, 120. So right now he's about 130,000. And Piccolo knows what he has to do as he turns into the Super Namekian, saying, "You owe me for this, Goku!" As he transforms into his massive Namekian form, fighting Vegeta and getting clobbered. Vegeta got a good right hook, and Vegeta kept getting, not Vegeta, but Piccolo is getting clobbered. But he got a few good hits in, and Vegeta and him are having a bit of a clash. And Krillin says, "Watch out!" As Vegeta wasn't paying attention, saying, and not Gohan, but Krillin saying, "Destructo Disc," as he throws the Destructo Disc at Vegeta's tail, chopping it off. And as Vegeta transforms back, Piccolo fights him, and this is not a challenge. Piccolo destroys him, and it's not even a challenge. Piccolo was gonna charge up the Makanko Sanko. Pretty sure that's how you say it, the Makanko Sanko in Japanese. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Charge up the Makanko Sanko. But Goku says, "No, wait, Piccolo. Piccolo, wait. We should just let him leave." As Piccolo says, "Are you mad? Goku, you're so naive. Letting him leave would endanger planet Earth. And I can't let anyone endanger planet Earth because I'm supposed to endanger it, and I'm supposed to rule Earth. So no." As Piccolo was about to blast the Makanko Sanko at Vegeta, Goku says, "Piccolo, stop. Just let him go. Killing him now will make you just as bad as he is." As Piccolo says, scoff, saying, "Fine." As he drops as he stops charging his special beam cannon, he just leaves and flies off. As Vegeta calls in his space bot, saying, "You naive idiot! I'll get you back for this, Kakarot," as he blasts off into space. And this is where the Namek Saga will start. But I'll be leaving it off there on a bit of a cliffhanger. So I'll see you guys on the next part. Peace.